Which villain did you secretly hope would win? The guy from Lazy Town. He just wanted a quiet town. You moved to Lazy Town to be lazy, it's in the bloody name. If I wanted an active and fit lifestyle, I'd not have moved to Lazy Town. Robbie Rotten, the master of disguise and villain number 1. My name is Robbie Rotten. I'm 43 years old. My house is in the northeast section of Lazy Town, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the villan department stores, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. I'm in bed by 11 p.m., and make sure I get 8 hours of sleep, no matter what. After having a glass of warm milk and doing about 20 minutes of stretches before going to bed, I usually have no problems sleeping until morning. Just like a baby, I wake up without any fatigue or stress in the morning. I was told there were no issues at my last checkup. I'm trying to explain that I'm a person who wishes to live a very quiet life. I take care not to trouble myself with any enemies, like winning and losing, that would cause me to lose sleep at night. That is how I deal with society, and I know that is what brings me happiness. Although, if I were to fight, I wouldn't lose to anyone. Lazy, noisy, bizarre town. He was also an evil genius though. He could have just found a way to soundproof his lair. Also, I identify strongly with him because my last apartment was right next to a playground. The other residents could be so loud and inconsiderate. He's like Era, he just wanted a quiet life. He was 33, lived in the north section of Morio, and got ran over by an ambulance after fighting Josuke and Jotaro, and other stand users. Yes, I thought he was just being evil. Now as an adult I completely understand where he is coming from. Exactly. Robbie Rotten just wanted to be lazy, which is something I can relate to. I always wanted Tom give Jerry his comeuppance. You think Tom was the villain? Tom was a good cat. Jerry was a squatter and a thief. I always thought it was just me and my love for cats. Glad to know I'm not the only one. I never knew a single kid who didn't root for Tom or Wile E. Coyote. I've always said that you're an adult when you understand that Jerry is the bad guy and Tom is the hero. I saw a theory that they are actually really good friends and Tom intentionally doesn't catch him so they can still pal around. Team Rocket. They deserve something for being so dedicated. They've been chasing after the same Pikachu for over 20 years. I never wanted them to get Pikachu, but I did want them to at least get something, at least once. All they wanted was to denounce the evils of truth and love and to extend their reaches to the stars above. I always thought they could just sell me Meowth's ability to communicate with Pokemon as a whisperer and make millions. Facts. Honestly, a lot of us watched the anime for them. I've always wanted to know what they'd actually do with Pikachu. Sell him. WTF do they even want him? I'm guessing Pikachu was considered an extremely rare Pokemon, at least originally. Maybe as the series, franchise progressed they also viewed this particular Pikachu as a powerful, smart and loyal Pokemon. I haven't watched the show since I was a kid though, so I could be a little off. I don't even remember what Team Rocket's original goal was, beyond the fact that they wanted to possess powerful Pokemon. My favorite theory is that their real job is to check up on Ash and make sure he's doing okay. But Ash's dad doesn't want Ash knowing that, so Team Rocket got to act like villains. In the second episode of the show, Pikachu demonstrated how powerful he is by obliterating them in the Pokemon Center. They then focused on trying to catch Pikachu and have been trying to for more than 20 years. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Yes. His inventions were brilliant, self-destruct buttons aside, and he never got the praise he deserved. Doofenshmirtz's basement. For real, just once I wanted him to actually beat Perry the Platypus. Sing it with me. Dr. Horrible. Yes. Sadly he brought the world to their knees and all it cost him was a penny. This is the most obvious answer, ha ha ha. You people all have to learn, this world is going to burn. Burn. Boo, yeah, that's us, so HORR, yeah? Burn. Ozymandias from The Watchmen. And he did. Damn, I'm not a Republic serial villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke if there remained the slightest chance of you affecting its outcome? I did it 35 minutes ago. Such a great villain line. Makes me want to punch and respect him at the same time. In the end, nothing ends, Adrian. Nothing ever ends. Was I a worthy adversary? No. But you gave it a hell of a try. What's his name from Princess and the Frog? Friends on the Other Side was catchy enough to warrant such a response from me. I call him Shady Waluigi, Dr. Facilia. That song actually slaps so hard. Jurassic Park. I'm not sure if they were the bad guys. I wanted the park to win and keep the dinosaurs contained. I just wanted a movie where the plot just followed people around the park and park employees said things like, looks like we've had a power failure in the Dino electric fence. Oh good, the emergency power kicked in. Send maintenance down to check it out. Turns out it was just a bad sensor that needed to be replaced. We spared no expense. I do find it hilarious that a major link in the chain of failures comes down to basic casualty response. What do you mean you never turned it off and turned it back on before? Did you send literally every electrician home for the storm? I think our definition of bare minimum crew falls desperately short of safe operation. The whole thing is so plausible, so fundamentally human. It is frustrating to watch a marvel of science and engineering fall flat on its face just because no one remembers how a damn power plant works. Frustrating, but real. That was always the detail I noticed. I imagine a specialist in any other field would appreciate the nuance of the other scenes. Crichton is talented like that. Bowser, I just want him and his kids to be happy. He was a villain? He seemed pretty friendly with the other guys and Shanana. Haha, get this. The mayor of Washington D.C. last name is Bowser. So there's where Bowser went. No, Bowser is now president of Nintendo of America. I'm proud of him. The Ice King in Adventure Time. Yeah, he's up there with Bowser on being a princess kidnapper, but if the episode Princess Monster Wife was anything to go by, he's just a sweet old man who wants companionship. He got a happy ending eventually. I would go by the song Remember You as the proof that he's sad and needs help. I have repressed that song simply 'cause it makes me cry. Doofenshmirtz. I always kinda felt bad for the guy and wanted him to win at least once. He had the super sad backstory. I also sympathized with Candace. She never wanted to punish her brothers for being creative and she even helped/asked for their help on occasion. All she wanted was to prove to her mum that she wasn't crazy, and was too blinded by her own stubbornness to just let herself have fun with them. But she always loved them and they loved her. He had a couple of wins. He got to entertain his daughter and her friends with the record incident. For example, he won in an alternate timeline in the Phineas and Ferb finale movie. He had lots of backstories. His parents weren't there for his birth. He was the family garden gnome. They loved their dog more than him, and all around a horrible childhood. But luckily he is a good father to Vanessa. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. He was just doing his job. Sonic caused a worldwide power outage that probably hurt people. Dr. Robotnik tries to do his job and get rid of a dangerous alien and he is thrown into another dimension. May I add, the government hired Dr. Robotnik to take down Sonic but is totally cool with Sonic at the end of the movie. Why? I know. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Dude has more tragedy in his backstory than a shown protagonist. Saruman. So you have chosen, well, he wins briefly in the books. I was referring more to the Battle of Helm's Deep specifically. Saruman was just an entrepreneur who invented dynamite and new type of orc, and rose from being a simple wizard to being one of the major powers of Middle-earth. Then a jealous Gandalf stomped all over his dreams. Wile E. Coyote. Tom also gets a lot of grief for just trying to catch a mouse, you know, doing his job. Yeah, it pissed me off that the Roadrunner would always get away. All he needed to do was poison the seeds. Seth MacFarlane did a sequence on this. I always felt bad for him. Right. But he is the PDG of the Acme product. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more Reddit content like this, please subscribe and like this video. I guess I will see you in the next one.